guys, so my eyes are already primed and set, and now I'm just taking the shade Peaches and Cream on a fluffy brush and just buffing that into our crease as our transition colour. And then I'm going to be taking the shade Candied Peach, which is a nice bright coral, and just using a dense brush, I'm just applying that to my outer corner before blending it out over our crease. I went back and forth a few times doing this to build the colour intensity up, as I wanted it to be quite bold and quite bright, and I am really buffing that into my crease as well, bringing it slightly towards the inner corner, but with a lighter hand and stopping just before I get there, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to be taking the shade Just Peachy on a more flat brush, and I'm also going to be taking a bit of Fix Plus because this wasn't quite as bright on my eyes as I wanted it to be. But yeah, just taking that and a bit of Fix Plus and applying that to my eyelid as our main colour, making sure that there's no harsh lines though and that it's blended nicely into the coral. And then I'm going to be taking the shade Nectar, which is a nice light shimmery shade, and I'm taking a big fluffy brush and just popping that into our inner corners as our highlight, slightly bringing it onto the lid a little bit, but mainly focusing it right in the corner. And then I'm going to be adding a little bit more colour to the eyes, so I'm taking the shade Delectable, and using a flat brush again, just going to be popping that into the outer corner, just to darken it up a little bit and to smoke it out, but not too much, because I didn't want it to be quite a dark look. I wanted it to just have a little pop of purple. So I'm just going back and forth, popping a little bit on and blending it out and then reapplying. But make sure you are really buffing this colour out, as you want it to be quite diffused. You literally just want a little hint of purple, as the main colour of our eyes today is the coral and the pink. So just make sure that it is really buffed out nicely. And then for eyeliner, I'm going to be taking MAC's Penultimate eyeliner in black. Using my sellotape as a guide, I'm just drawing a wing across my eye. I end up wiping a bit of my wing off later on in the video because it was a bit too thick and I wanted to reapply it a bit thinner. So now I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Colossal Extreme Mascara in black and just applying a nice thin coat to my lashes. And here I am now wiping off my eyeliner because I done it way too thick, and when I stood up and looked back, it looked awful. So just wiping it off, and I did reapply off camera. And I'm taking the shade Peaches and Cream again, and on a flat paddle brush, just applying that to my brow bone as our brow bone highlight. And then I'm going to be taking Benefit's Erase Paste in medium and using a small detail brush, just going to be patting that underneath my eyes to conceal any dark circles before going in with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, just to blend that all out so that it's nice and seamless and it is melted into my skin. This is quite a thick product, guys, so if you are using this, you really want to make sure it is all blended out and you want to set it straight away. So I'm going to be setting it with the RCMA No Colour Powder, and I'm going to be taking that on my Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just going to be dusting that all over the areas that we just concealed to make sure that it doesn't crease and that nothing moves or nothing budges. And then I'm going to be taking the xoBeauty lashes in the style, the Glamourista, I think these are, but I will link it down below if I am wrong. But yeah, just taking these lashes, and I'm going to be using my Duo Eyelash Adhesive in black and my trusty pair of tweezers just to apply these. And then I'm going to be going back into the palette and taking the shade that we used earlier, which was Candied Peach. I'm just going to be taking that on a blending brush and popping that onto our lower lash line, just to smoke it out and to add a bit of colour to the lash line. I'm bringing it all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner, and then I'm going to be taking the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Cashmere, which is a nice champagne colour, just popping that onto my waterline to line my eyes. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm taking L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in the shade Vanilla Rose. I'm taking that on a fluffy face brush and just dusting that all over my face. As you can probably tell, this is one of my favourite powders, as I use it in every video. But yeah, then I'm going to be bronzing, so I'm taking Makeup Revolution bronzer in the shade Bronzer Kiss, and using a Morphe angled brush, I'm just popping that on the areas that I want to add a bit of warmth. So that would be my cheeks, just around my temples and onto my forehead as per usual, and just doing this until I'm happy with the bronzy glow that I'm looking for. And then to add a bit more colour to our cheeks, I'm going to be taking one of my favourite palettes, which is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Blush palette in Sugar and Spice. And taking this nice coral shade, I'm just going to be applying that to the apples of my cheek in a nice upwards motion, just to bring a bit of pop of colour. And then to add glow all over my face, I'm taking Becca and Jaclyn Hill's collaboration, which is this shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Champagne Pop, and using a fan brush, a fluffy fan brush even, just applying that to the high points of my face, so that's the cheekbones, down my nose and my cupid's bow. And then to finish the whole look off, I'm taking Gerard Cosmetics Hydro Matte liquid lipstick in the shade Serenity, which of course is Manny MUA's collaboration as well. And that's it for today's video, guys. A nice, really quick, easy tutorial. So I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, then please give this video a thumbs up, as it helps me out a lot. And if you're not already, then please click the subscribe button so you don't miss any videos. I upload every Wednesday and every Sunday. So yeah, I hope you're having a nice week wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!